Alright, so we're starting a new Ask the Rabbi program. Hopefully we'll have a new video every Wednesday in this series, God willing. I thank you all for joining me. So I'm going to start. I'm on a website called JewishAnswers.com. I get sent questions, and so until I run out of those questions, I'll use those every now and then once I see that are worthwhile to share with other people. And then we have those to share, and you can also send your own questions in the comments below, and we'll hoping to share them with everybody as well. So the first question comes from Paul in Elkton, Virginia, a Jewish fellow. He identifies as a conservative Jew, and his question was about Kiddush. And he said that he's noticed that every time he has grape juice or wine, he seems to get sick. And but if he uses apple juice, it's okay. And so he knows he's supposed to use grape juice or wine for Kiddush, but is it okay, since he's allergic to grape juice or wine, could he use apple juice instead? That's his question. So the answer is pretty clear-cut in halacha. It's yes and no. Depends what, when, where, how, and it's not very complicated at all. So, as far as the Friday night Kiddush, you're not allowed to use apple juice. Or you have two choices basically for the Friday night Kiddush. You could use grape juice or wine. That's if you're making yourself. Again, you can hear from someone else, and you don't need to drink or eat or anything. You need to eat challah for sure. You do need to eat. But if you hear Kiddush from someone, he doesn't. Everyone likes to have a little bit of Kiddush just because it's a nice thing. But there's absolutely no obligation to actually drink any of the wine or grape juice. So, for example, if you only have enough grape juice for the person making Kiddush, you don't need to pour for everyone. Not everyone has to drink it. There's no obligation. It's a nice custom to do so. But you just have to hear someone else. So if someone else makes Kiddush for you, that's your answer as far as grape juice or wine, and then you don't have to drink any of it. As far as what if you have to make it? So for Friday night, you either have to use grape juice or wine, or you could use challah, you could use the bread, and that's good enough. And so what you would do is you would wash, and you would say hamotzi, and before eating you would say that bracha of Kiddush, which is of course after Borei Pri Hagafen and the regular Kiddush. The Asher Kiddishanu that ends Mekadesh Shabbos, that you would say right after the hamotzi. Everyone else around, of course, would say amen to the hamotzi and an amen to Mekadesh Shabbos. So Friday night you could not use apple juice. Shabbos morning and Havdalah, and the same thing was Yontiv at night as well. Although there might be some lenience, some might say it might be okay to use the Parmesan. We'll get to that. And in the daytime for the Kiddush, like lunchtime Kiddush, after shul in the morning, the early afternoon. Ideally, it should be closer to the end of the morning. Should be before noon, ideally, because you're not supposed to fast. So for that Kiddush, which is a rabbinical law, as opposed to the Kiddush of Friday night, which is biblical, so for that you can use what we call Chamar Medina. Chamar Medina means the wine of that country. So the main component of Chamar Medina is that it cannot be water, and it cannot be mostly water. So let's say you have a cup of coffee with mostly milk, then you could make it on the cup of coffee. Most people will say it's okay to use any alcohol therefore, and you would say shahakol, so therefore apple juice would be acceptable both for Kiddush during the day and Havdalah Saturday night. The one caveat I would tend to mention is also, like we said, it should not be mostly water. It could be partially added water, and I don't mean the natural water of the juice, but I'm saying, but to be, mostly water is problematic, and so therefore apple juice from concentrate would most likely be problematic to make Kiddush over. If you're making a concentrate yourself, you could make it very thick, which is probably not going to taste so good, but you could make it with, as long as it's, maybe a third of the whole thing is water, even up to a little less than half, maybe 45% water. That would, however, probably be considered somewhat wasteful to make that. I guess unless you make it, just in that one cup, you fill up a little bit more than half, 60%, let's say, with the concentrate. You add water, but also when you're buying apple juice, you should check not from concentrate. Even though it is 100% juice legally, according to halacha, it probably would not be considered to be juice halachically, and therefore the juices that come from concentrate should not be used for Kiddush. If you don't have anything else, that's something you should ask a posek about, and see what they say, because that's not something that I'm qualified. I'm not here to posek, I'm just telling a basic halacha. So thank you so much for your question. Like I said, if you enjoy these videos, please comment with more questions that you'd like me to cover, and like and share our videos. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Take care.